Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. It's Natasha. So for this video I want to talk about Twinkle silver polish. If you are new to my channel and this is the first time you've ever seen any of my videos, I do primarily share experiences, knowledge, reviews in regards to items, and at some point probably services and experience or how specific companies and stores have treated me. So for right now, I'm going to focus on the Twinkle silver polish. I have a lot of silver jewelry, and most of them are Tiffany. Like this is Tiffany, my necklace is Tiffany, and my bracelet is Tiffany. So I wanted everything to match with my engagement and my wedding band, which is in platinum. And I just thought after a lot of research and reading a lot, I mean, before I got my engagement ring and my wedding band, the reason I went with platinum was because sometimes I can be a little bit of a klutz, and I didn't want, I just didn't want to break anything or just hit a wall and it might be completely damaged. So that was why. And then I kind of thought, I did grow up with gold jewelry, and I think I just kind of thought I wanted a little bit of change, especially because I picked platinum for my wedding band. And when my husband and I, before we were engaged and we were discussing it, and he wanted to know the preferred ring I would like if there was a preference in the shape of the stone or the design of the ring and the metal and all that stuff, because he just said I wouldn't know what would be the great one and would be the perfect one for you, and you might hate it, and he just didn't want that to happen. So we did a lot of research, him and myself, and he loved platinum the best because it was the most low maintenance out of every single one. You will still clean it, not as bad as like silver though. You will still clean gold, but it is the especially the yellow one. It is the softest metal out of silver, yellow gold, rose gold, white gold, and platinum. And also, what is that? Titanium, and there's one more metal out there that is also being used for wedding bands. We didn't pick that one as well because it was softer than platinum, I think. But I wanted the option that if I needed to resize my ring, I can do that with a platinum. You can't do that with titanium. Jewelry stores have told me that. So anyway, if anyone has any kind of silver items, may it be actual silverware or jewelry or fancy schmancy stuff like for decor, like a picture frame or like a teapot or a tray, you're going to know how difficult it is to clean silverware. You're going to know how difficult it is to clean any silver items, any kind of silver based items. This was not my first choice, but this is my final choice, and this is my favorite out of all of them. So I have tried, I think, Haggerty's, and they had two different kinds for silver polish, cleaning and polish. There was one or two different other silver brands that I also did try. And I think because the other 3 or 4 different ones were very, very popular and were very highly recommended, that I tried all those 4. When I discovered this, I believe the only reviews I could find were less than 10 total. So I thought, you know what? Despite that it all has 5 stars, every single review, I'm gonna try the more tested one. So I foolishly did that. What I've noticed those 4 versus this one. The other 4 are kind of similar. So what you do, you follow the directions, which is you're supposed to dampen a cloth, which they all really say that. Dampen a cloth, and you take some of the polish out. You rub it until, you know, as much tarnish comes out. What I've realized and knowing, and I did go through all of the jars. I didn't waste any of the jars. I didn't like just this, I'm frustrated. I just thought this is how it was. So I've used all the jars, and then I would go to a different, I never repurchased any of those 4 brands, by the way. So what I did is I just kept doing that. And I think I saw one review after, which I didn't see prior to purchasing the 4, was one person said all they do is cover their silver with this and leave it alone for at least 5 minutes, and they rinse it and wipe it with a rag. They rinse it with just clean water, regular water, and it is completely shiny and beautiful. And the polish, they said, lasted longer than the other silver cleaner and polisher that they've used. So after using all those 3, and I still had a little bit of the last jar or last 2, I just went out and got this. Most of the stuff I usually prefer to purchase them online just for convenience. So what I did, I didn't use this. I finished all of the other ones. And the other ones, it's exactly the same. You're going to probably use, for one item, a lot of the cream. So much of the cream, because you're going to keep on rubbing it until your rag comes back with no black in it, which is the tarnish. You're not really like this one. I haven't cleaned this one yet, but if I do clean this, your rag is going to turn black. That's just, a lot of times, if you haven't cleaned your silver items for a really long time, that it does turn black. That's just the nature of silver. However, even if it doesn't have any black on it, when you do clean it with a silver polish, the black will transfer to the rag. That's just from my experience. So anyway, I did all of those. The Haggerty, I can't remember the other 2. I'm so sorry. I can't remember the other 2, and I can't, the company that I used to purchase it from went out of business and was bought out by Walgreens, so I don't have my order history anymore. I kept on doing that, and when you think about it, it would take me days to finish one piece of jewelry. It was very frustrating. So I was pretty much kind of thinking, if I don't have to spend days, if I can just spend one day in a different polish, then maybe it will be worth it. Not only would it be cheaper in the long run because you're not going to use as much, but I don't have to do as much. I don't have to dedicate so much time, and I'm not going to start hating my jewelry. So when I stumbled upon this and I tried that method, and what I realized was the longer you keep it on there, I have tried to keep it on for even a few hours, like 2-3 hours. It really melts the tarnish off. Because yesterday I was cleaning this. I think this is one of them that I was cleaning. I also cleaned maybe 5 or 6 other jewelry pieces. And while I was cleaning it, because I do have the chain Tiffany, what I've noticed is I did use my toothbrush, electric toothbrush. I keep the older used trash version of the heads of it. Obviously I clean it before I use it to polish my stuff. So what I did, I just kept it in like a sauce container, and I let them all sit there for about 2-3 hours because I did forget about it. I think I wanted to just let them soak for 30 minutes to an hour. And when I did remember, it was right there. I plugged in my sink first because, I didn't want to have the risk of it falling. I ran some water and I had the electric toothbrush. And what I did in regards to, if it's not something like smooth like this, plus, you know, the electric toothbrush, even if you're using something smooth like this, it is way faster than rubbing it with a rag only. So that was what I was doing. And oh my God, they came out super shiny. I don't know if you can see this, but this is like super shiny. See that? That is just, oh my God. And it is just unbelievably clean and polished. And what I've noticed with this one is, versus the other 4 that I've tried. I tried 2 of the Haggerty's, and I'm sorry, I forgot the other 2 brands. Excuse me. Is that you don't have to clean it as often. I probably clean it when I do notice it's a little bit dull, like it's not as shiny anymore. A lot of people do clean their silver weekly. I don't do that. Plus, I also don't use the same piece of jewelry every day. Sometimes I might, you know, consecutive few days and the same pieces, but I like to switch it up a lot. So, do I love this, like this, hate this, dislike it? I love this. I love this so much. I think this is my 4th jar. It is worth the money. It is on the one, probably the cheaper one than the Haggerty. So what I did was I bought this with a 6-pack. I don't remember if I bought it in Amazon or in eBay, but it's not so hard to, because sometimes depending on the seller, the seller on eBay might be a little bit cheaper versus the one on Amazon. So I do keep them in my lists or shopping cart or like a watch list depending on Amazon or eBay. Just so I can compare which, even if I'm saving 10 cents, it is those 10 cents. So I do, that's, you know, I do shop around a lot before I actually buy one particular item. I will compare pricing. So what I noticed is, it was really a good deal at the time when I bought it in a box, which it came in a dozen or 6. Just because I do know I'm going to use this a lot, and I do know I'm going to always use this. I love my Tiffany jewelry, and this is a non-perishable, so why not just get a bunch of them and save like $5 to $10 because I got 6 or 10. Thank you so much and for watching my video. I know it's a little bit longer, but I wanted to give out as much information from my experience and in regards to silver polish. If I discovered someone actually doing this before, I probably would have just used the Twinkle right away and not waste my time, my sweat and elbow grease, and a lot of frustrating moments by spending money and time and being disappointed with 4 other different kinds of silver polishes. Again, it's Natasha, and I hope you really like my video and you give me a thumbs up. Feel free to leave any kind of comments. Hopefully they're all positive. Even if you just want to say hi, that would still be appreciated. And if you want to be updated every time I upload a video, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Everyone is welcome. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.